Hi everyone, we are Violetta
and Yvonne
from the Firepower Group, and today we want to talk to you about one essential quality of leaders, which is humility. And Yvonne has a fascinating story about Nelson Mandela, whose portrait we have here, so please share with us.
So as you can see, I'm standing on my veranda here. We're standing here overlooking the golf course.
In Johannesburg.
And my hero is on my wall in mosaic, cast in concrete. And this picture actually hung in my office at Brand South Africa for 7 years. And I loved it so much that they gave it to me as my farewell gift when I left.
Sweet.
And this man behind me, looking over my left shoulder, inspires so much of what I do. I was very fortunate to be able to work often with him and his team and to meet him several times. But the one story that really for me epitomized his humility was a story of a Nelson Mandela Children's Fund function that I went to. And there were probably about 300 people in the room. It was a fairly small auditorium. And sitting in the front row was a mother who'd flown up from the Eastern Cape with her son who had been born without half of his arms and half of his legs. So he was this tiny little body with little short arms and short legs. He was 5 years old. And Madiba picked this child up and walked up on the stage. And as, of course, the entire place completely erupted. And the applause just went on and on and on and on and on. And eventually, when the applause died down, Madiba looked down at this 5-year-old child. I find it hard to tell the story without crying, actually.
I'm crying too already.
He looked down at this 5-year-old child and he said, "You see how much they love you? Do you see that this was for you?" And that picture just epitomizes humility for me, because we all knew it was about him and the action of picking up that child, and he made it all about the child. It was one of the most special moments of my life. I treasure it.
And one of the essential foundations of humility is knowing who you are, having a purpose and knowing what you stand for. Because often people think, oh, does humility even go together with confidence? Aren't we as leaders supposed to stand tall and be powerful? But it doesn't have to be that way. Confidence and humility go together, because Mandela had to be confident, he had to be powerful in order to do.
He was supremely confident,
yes.
Actually.
Yeah, and so Yvonne, what do you think we can all learn from this, and what can we do to develop humility?
I think for me the trick is to do everything from your core, from your purpose, and then make it about other people. When your ego gets caught up in this thing and you start to make it about yourself, I mean, if Madiba had made that moment about himself, there would have been no magic in it at all. None.
Yeah, and in his story it's more than just one moment, it's a sequence of moments. In each and every moment he was making it about the country, about this bigger purpose. And to me what really stands out here is it was not coming from him, but it was coming through him.
Yeah.
And that is the difference. As a leader, you are not the centerpiece in any arrangement, you are the vessel.
Yes.
So it is not your job to become more of yourself, because this is exactly what makes leaders arrogant and full of themselves, and that's not attractive whatsoever, but rather remove yourself out of the way.
On that point, if we look at the leaders that we deeply respect, inevitably they're the ones with humility, and that's such a lesson for me. It's not the arrogant ones, the ones who beat their own chests and who think that they're so fabulous and who spend their lives telling you how good they are and how great they are and how marvelous they are. Those are not the people we respect.
Exactly. So think about that.
Yeah.
Do you want to be that person that others celebrate without needing to be celebrated? And for that to happen, how can you start making it about purpose? How can you get yourself out of the way and become available for something greater to come through you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and happy Mandela Day.